Hey everyone, welcome back. We are here to play some more, and that's a thing that we do. We've had a little bit of a break since last time we played because there was a whole, I don't know, several weeks, which I know can feel like several years, but it was only several weeks. And we are now back. So for those of you just catching up with us, this is The Chosen Few. It's one of our Sagas of the Shimmering Seas game. These are a series of games that all take place in the same world. They interact with each other sometimes. Sometimes we get crossover episodes. Sometimes they step on each other's toes. Sometimes they save each other's lives. Sometimes they gift each other things. It's pretty interesting and fun to see and uncover as we move forward. This is one of them. This group of lovely people, well, four of this group of lovely people, are currently under contract to a pirate queen. And by under contract, I mean one of them is going to die a horrific death from an ugly curse. Yes, unless they find a way to mind control the Primarch of this city for the Pirate Queen. That's certainly their current. That's currently their project, and in so doing this project, they are in a position where they are trying to simultaneously work on that and also maybe break the curse. And in their interest to break this curse, they have gone to a famous curse breaker that they might have met. Her name is Masha Seasworn. And they entered into her shop to communicate with her. And it was a little weird. She was a little sketch when she was speaking to them, and they didn't trust her and went into the back room, or one of them went into the back room. That would be Thea over there. And Thea in the back room um, saw some things that were disturbing. There was a tree that's like this huge, beautiful tree, except there's this core of rot in the center. That can't be healthy for the tree. And she saw suddenly in the tree an image of the same woman that's in the front room talking to these people. And this image was saying, "Help me," which is not a good sign. That's probably not what you want to hear. And then also, she didn't see this at first, but now she certainly does. Tangled in the roots of the tree, there seemed to be like the legs of a lizard folk, or something like that. A little bit ripped up there. And the woman in the front, who's disguised to look like Masha Seasworn, as we now know is an illusion of Masha Seasworn, is actually not her, but an illusion designed as a trap to capture some people. Not you, it turns out. The goal was to capture someone else, but they'll take you. So that's where we left off. Also, I want to take a moment to reintroduce our crew quickly. We'll do that through our wonderful belief system, as well as welcome our newest player to the group. Everyone, this is Nat.
Hello, everybody. Great to be joining you.
Nat will be playing Narasch. Is that how I'm pronouncing that?
That's right.
Narasch. Excellent. Well, welcome, Nat. We're glad to have you. It's fun to see you in this new context. Nat and I have worked together in other contexts before, but this is a new context. So we'll do something. It'll be fun. We'll go around the rest of the table and just briefly, if you could give me a refresher as to your character and then your guiding light and two beliefs and all that good stuff. We'll start with John.
All right. Good morning. Sort of morning. I'm playing Timothy, who is a lizard-born ranger, part fisherman, part marine biologist. The line is blurry. And his guiding light is Timothy abhors the loss of innocent life. He will jeopardize himself and the mission to save even one life. And his belief number one, Timothy wants to learn about the cure research being done, as well as the Institute's leader. He will investigate with the team.
Mm-hmm.
And then belief number two, Timothy will help Nova get the curse removed. If the team decides to go through with brainwashing the Primarch, Timothy has a plan.
I'm really curious about what that plan might be.
Me too.
You're curious too? Wait, no, that's not good. You say you have a plan. Fair enough. Okay, excellent. Next up, Winona.
All right. I'm playing Nova, who is a small but ferocious fighter. She is from the desert, so she has tan skin, and she has kind of like dark, crazy hair. And she is very suspicious of everything, and she likes fighting things.
Also, she currently has a curse, and will
Also,
die
she
soon.
currently has a curse on her for being suspicious of the Pirate Queen and then breaking into her stuff, and that didn't end well.
Yeah, don't annoy the Pirate Queen.
Yeah, that was not a great plan, but it's a fun plan.
It led to more drama, so I would consider it an excellent plan in that sense, at least.
Nova's guiding light is that she is inspired by her great-grandfather's heroic deeds during the rebellion, and she will throw herself into danger to protect her family and friends. Her belief one is that she will seek out Masha Seasworn as an option for breaking the curse, although I'm not sure that she would actually take it because I think she's worried that the curse might not be breakable. And then her belief too is that she's also going to continue seeking out a way to get close to the Primar.
Excellent. Then Nika.
Hi. So my character is Selexa, and she is a ruby tiefling bard / warlock, and although she very frequently does not look like herself. So right now, for example, she looks like a lizard folk to kind of blend in to where they are. And let's see. Her guiding light is she wants to prove to herself and others that she can live up to her great-grandmother's legacy. She has her own worth beyond just being important by birth. And so for context, her great-grandmother was a kind of like sort of famous figure in the revolution from, was it like 100 years ago, 150 years ago?
Yeah, 100, 150 years ago.
Yeah. And she comes from a sort of a wealthy, privileged family. And her first belief, while the party may not be able to help the rebellion kill Black Ice, they still need allies to accomplish their mission. Selexa will find and rescue Masha Seasworn in the hope that she can give them valuable help and information.
Excellent.
And then belief 2, I was kind of waffling on whether to keep this or not, but I think I'm going to keep it for now, maybe with a caveat. The thought of Nova volunteering to take the curse is eating at Selexa. She will tell Nova her secrets, some of them at least, to alleviate her guilt. I think when they were talking to the priest earlier that day, and Nova was just kind of like laying it out there, like this is exactly who we are, and I think Selexa is still very anxious about the idea of Nova maybe knowing more about her and just like blabbing it everywhere. So I think that she's going to, but I think she still feels like she owes it to her because she volunteered to take this curse. So
interesting. That's a fun push and pull that's going on inside her psyche there. Yeah. Selexa, I like it. I'm excited. And Ami.
All right. So I play Thea. She's a elf rogue. She's pretty young, I think, for an elf, like 18. So she's still kind of figuring out a bunch of stuff and is kind of sneaky too, I guess. So her guiding light is Thea has been disconnected from everyone. She's been close to her family, her best friend, Brain Shrimp. For context, she was mind controlled by a brain shrimp that was in her head, and then she took it out, but she's still like loyal to it and to Brain Shrimp. So
one of my other groups is very seriously considering mass extermination as a response to the brain shrimp, by the way. So just in case that comes up, just letting you know. Okay, back to it.
Yeah, it might not surprising. It might come up. So she holds those close to her even closer. She's fiercely loyal to her teammates and wants to get closer to them. So belief one, Thea wants. Thea does not want Nova to succumb to the curse, so she will do everything in her power to break the curse or fulfill the favor for Oceana.
Okay.
Belief 2, Thea wants to help Racy with the plague, seeing it as an opportunity to prove she is trustworthy to these people wary of outsiders.
Interesting. That's a very public-minded direction for Thea.
But she wants to, I think, get trust so she can maybe convince some of them to take some brain shrimp.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. I like it. Okay, cool. Yeah, you've got 4 brain shrimp left. Is that correct? Because we gave one to Blade. Cool. Awesome. And then Narasch, we will see you when the narrative sees you shortly. So you have rushed through the back room of this place, Thea. And you've seen this tree. It is a little bit sick. And someone inside it says, "Help me." And then at the roots of it, you see sort of these entangled lizard folk legs. And the witch does not seem to like that, or you, and screams, "Stop." And I think with that, we're going to all roll initiative.
I still can't control my token, I think.
Is that something that you want? Yeah, fixed.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Why does that keep happening to you? I need to figure out why that keeps happening to you. I apologize. Narasch, you can actually roll initiative as well by clicking your token, and then on your character sheet, click the initiative button in the top center. Okay.
Sorry, Matthew, what's my token?
Oh, I will ping it for you. Can you see it?
Yes.
There you go. No problem. Happy to help. Okay. Well, Thea, you burst into this room, and it's also your turn. So what do you want to do?
Okay, seeing that this witch is mad at me, I'm gonna shoot her with my longbow.
Okay, yeah, take a shot.
Oh, 8.
Well, she's going to ignore that shot. Why would she care about an 8? So why do you miss?
I think I'm super surprised at just everything that I'm seeing. The legs on the tree and the rotting flesh of the rotting bit of the tree, and turning around at the same time to hear her voice. It just
Yeah, so the legs are like entangled in the roots. There's clearly like the tree is on top of the legs.
Okay.
Yeah. Excellent. Sure. Yeah, let's see. What are we doing here? Cool. Sorry. Yeah. Well, you are in a room that you're not supposed to be in. So, I'm going to use 2 legendary actions and cast a spell upon you.
Ooh, okay.
I need a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
A 19 is definitely a success. So you see black inky tendrils grope around you, and you feel them try to pull you somewhere away from here, but instead they pass right through you. You feel sort of a drain on your will, but you're able to push it free and not have to worry about it. Timothy, you're up.
Hey, okay, so we have this illusion person in front of us behind the counter. Is that
Yep.
correct? Okay, I see. Okay. And again, correct me if I'm wrong. We are surrounded by all kinds of fun magical things.
All sorts of fun magical things. This is a chaotic, very if you've ever been like in a tchotchke or knickknack shop, that's sort of the vibe here, except also dark and moody, and also in a world where all those things could be magical.
I'm going to. I'd like to take like the back of my bow and just like is there a shelf next to it? All right,
Sure.
I'm just gonna like swing at all of the tchotchkes and try to get them like to fall on them and see what happens.
Yeah, you want your goal is to like try and smack the tchotchkes towards Masha's one. Sure, yeah, I love that. I think that's awesome. Can you roll 1d100 for me?
Sure.
I mean, I feel like this might not be the perfect thing, but I'm gonna pull up my good old fashioned wild magic table and see what happens.
All right, that is 69.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah. So some of these are gonna hit her, and some of these are gonna hit you. Because some of these are AOE stuff. Cool. Okay, yeah. So everyone, let's see. Celexa, Nova, Timothy, Thea, you are too far away for this negative effect, as are you, Narasch. Uh, you all feel as your skin seems to thin. Your literal skin, your hide, seems to thin, and it causes you no pain, but you feel like pain might be uncomfortable at this point. Your nerves are on end. Additionally, a noxious fume spreads into the air, and it is difficult to see in this area. In fact, we need to put a gas on the table. Let's just draw a. We're gonna make green gas. Perfect. Input radius. Yeah, that looks fine. Good enough. A green gas fills this area, making it obscured, and all that good stuff. Excellent. Additionally, something happens that you cannot see because the gas triggers first. From one of the other things, I think you also hear screams that are like whispered screams or like bottled screams in some of these things, just calling out in pain. One of these was a soldier. Okay, cool. That makes it my turn. Let's see. What's the plan here? Let's freeze someone. That sounds good. Yeah. I need everyone. Let's see. Nope, I don't. I need Celexa, Nova, and Timothy. I need you to make Constitution saving throws as she blasts a cone of cold in your direction. Absolutely. That would be sorry, Celexa and also Timothy. You guys are going to take 40 points of cold damage. Nova, you're going to take 20 points of cold damage. Yep. And that's going to make it Nova's turn.
Well, I would like to start by using my second wind. Because I didn't heal since the last battle, so that wasn't very smart. All right. Well,
there was an urgency. You have con problems.
Yeah. All right, so that's gonna be D10 plus level. Great. 3 plus 8, 11, 34. Okay, I got 34 hit points. All right. I yell out, "What the fuck, Timothy?" And I'm going to move out of this, out of the cone of the noxious fumes, and I'm gonna run down where Thea is.
Yeah, you want to run past her?
How do I get where she is? Is it stairs?
There's a door here.
Okay, just a sec.
Sorry,
Could you ping it? Okay.
Yep. I know that these things are not next to each other on the thing, but they are next to each other for us.
Okay.
I am adapting this map, not using it.
Okay. So it's not stairs. It's a door thingy.
Yep.
Okay. So then, well, instead of running through, then I'm just gonna run into it and attack Masha Seasworn.
Cool, absolutely. So she is blinded. You are blinded. That means that it cancels out. So it's a straight roll.
Okay. Alrighty. And I'm attacking with my magic sword. And 18.
I'm gonna cast shield. Yeah, I'm gonna cast shield. To cause that to miss.
Okay. And I will go ahead and use my action surge and attack again.
You have another attack already.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot how to play this game.
You're level 9. I think you can.
And I pressed the wrong button.
No worries.
Yeah, we're level 8, I think.
Okay, fair enough. You still have second attack.
Okay.
It's been a while.
All right, 23.
23 definitely hits still.
Okay, then 11 slashing damage, and
yeah. You hear her scream out in pain that is much more than just the 11 slashing damage that you just did. Something about the physical effects of your skin thinning makes pain more acute.
And I'm going to use a charge from my lightning sword and do some more damage.
Yeah, roll that damage.
D1d8. 4 more damage with lightning.
Nice. Yeah, 4 damage is 4 damage. Gotta love that. Yes, she did not like that at all. Yep. And she can't do anything. Oh yeah, she can. She can do. Well, that's weak. Okay, fair enough. Cool. She will use her third legendary action to point at Timothy. And Timothy.
Can she see Timothy?
Nope. Thank you for reminding me. So she'll make this attack at disadvantage. What do I have? Plus 8. Yes, cool. 22 to hit.
That hits.
Wow, 23 cold damage with from a Ray of Frost cantrip.
Okay. How does death work in this game?
Are you at 0 or below?
I am into the negatives, technically, yes. So 0.
And stop at 0. And you fall unconscious.
Poof.
Poof. And that is my turn. And that makes it Selexa's turn.
Okay, Celexa is going to just take a little step outside of the gas so that she can see Timothy. She is going to murmur a healing word in his direction at 2nd level. Sorry, 1 second here. Healing word, 2nd level.
It's going to be 9 hit points to you, Timothy. You pop back up to consciousness. I'm not entirely certain you had time to fall down.
And then she is going to let's see. So that's okay. That's 5 feet of movement. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of like.
Yeah, sure. No worries. Getting back into the flow of things anyway, and even if we weren't, this would still be totally appropriate. So.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Here's So she's gonna pop back to the counter for a moment for that's is that what I want to do? No. Yeah, I guess it is. So she's going to cast silence.
Okay.
Centered on this basically more or less the same center as the fog, as the gas cloud, but it's a 20-foot radius.
Okay, yeah, but it's bigger, right? Yeah, cool. Okay, silence. Oops, I did the wrong thing there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I will do that right now. Silence is going to be gray, 20-foot radius, 5, 10, 15, 20. Something like that.
Perfect. That's great.
Okay.
And then she is going to run around with the remainder of her movement. She's going to run around the counter.
Okay.
And surround the witch. And she's going to say, "Don't let her get away." Oh wait, no, she can't say anything.
You can't. you
okay.
Definitely can't do that.
Okay, so but she's just gonna stand there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
With her, her rapier drawn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Silence has been cast. That limits my possibilities. Narasch, you've been inside this tree for a while. How's that feel?
I'm extremely frustrated. The tree like it wants to be my friend in some other reality, but I've been caught in this kind of rotting bunch of branches.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've been trying to reach out for help. Maybe I can sort of distantly hear some kind of commotion going on, and I'm struggling, and I'm trying to communicate with the tree. Saying, "Please, this is the moment. Please let me go."
Oh yeah, perfect. I love that. Why don't you roll a persuasion check to the tree? Yeah, so with a 13, the tree seems like tentatively interested, but is like nervous. It kind of wants some sort of like a guarantee or promise from you, or something. Like it wants you to make some sort of offering to let it you free, because like it's been magically compelled to hold you against its will. So what can you offer to it?
I send it a thought and I say, "If you can release me, all my training has been with living things, and I will help you regrow to something bigger and better than you've ever been."
Yeah, and I think as you are like, even before you're done with that thought, you feel the roots start to move and give you sort of an opportunity to scramble free.
Which I immediately do, feeling both gratitude and also this rage from having been put in captivity when I first arrived on this planet.
Yeah. So you come out on this, so you crawl your way out, and you see Thea. Thea, I think you see this figure. Let's get a description of you, Narasch. What do you look like? What does Thea see when Thea looks back at you?
Sure. Well, you're looking at a relatively young lizard folk male. He looks, pretty much like an iguana, but with more kind of webbed hands, larger webbed hands. His color is orange and blue, and he's got kind of an orange spiky kind of mohawk thing in the back and a little blue skin flap in the front of his neck. And he's extremely disheveled. But as he has gotten himself free, he's brushing off what looks sort of like a full-length iridescent green raincoat is the best way you could imagine uh, seeing this garment. And you make out a couple of distinct things. As he's moving his arms around, you see two tattoos on one on each wrist of what looks like a green, just a green circle. And you also notice waving around behind him a spiked tail that you recognize as a manticore tail.
Beautiful. I love it. Okay, well, it is your turn. If you would like to attempt to do things, you should feel free to do so.
Yeah, the first thing I do is I look at Thea, not sure if she is a friend or foe, and say, "What the hell is going on?"
You tell me. Are you with that witch or that witch?
All I know is, and I point to the image of Masha, that one isn't what she says she is, and she's the one who helped put me in here.
All right, well then, help us fight her.
Can do. And so can you, as I get started here, can you orient me to how close? Like I see myself.
Yeah. So let's see. Currently, so these are 5-foot squares.
Okay.
So your movement is I believe 30 feet. Just guessing. So that means you can move 6 squares. And then ignore this. I should have messed with this map more. Well, this is our witch over here. So yeah, you would need to get to a position where you could see there's a door. I'll add a door. Pardon me. Woo. Woo. It lines up. They're next to each other. This is the same door. And so you'd have to get into a position where you could see her. So it wouldn't be hard for you to get into a position where you could attack.
Great. So I'll first kind of move so that I can take in the scene.
Mm.
Is this correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then, recognizing Masha, my rage increases, and I immediately shift form into a giant boa constrictor.
Nice. Cool. Let's see. Do I have a boa constrictor? Quickly, just for the sake of it. Nope, not right now. But I probably have a snake. I'll grab a suite of animals at some point. There we go. Hey, look, giant constrictor. Awesome. So you see as this creature changes shape into a boa constrictor. That's awesome.
And do I have actions left?
Let's see. You are Moon Druid, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so you can move. Shapeshifting for you is a bonus action. You have your action left, which would normally be a bite or a constrict move as a snake, but there's no one here to bite or constrict. So what you can do is you can dash to try and get closer.
And that is what I will do.
Great. 10, 15, 20. So this giant snake comes into this room. And Celexa and Nova, you see this giant snake come into the room because it comes in slithering behind you rather quickly. Also, I will point out that at the second you enter into this room, the space is under a silence spell, so suddenly you are not making any sound, and nor is any sound audible.
With a small, I don't know if I have a moment of action left, but I draw myself up in a very aggressive stance against Masha, making it clear who I'd be attacking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah, absolutely. I will allow that. Thea, that makes it your turn.
Okay. So looking in from the outside, can I see through, or is like the fog just like a blanket of fog kind of thing?
It's a blanket of like noxious green fog. San Francisco at night on the fog break.
Okay, Sunset District. Yeah.
Got it.
So I think I'm going to use my psionic talent
Mhm.
and create a psionic link with everybody
Okay.
besides this fake Masha.
Okay.
So I think I have to roll psionic talent die.
Mhm.
Which I think at this level is 1d8.
That sounds correct.
Oh, only one. Okay. So I'm gonna connect with Celexa
Okay.
and just say, "You can trust this snake."
Ironic.
I think.
I think you can trust this snake. Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah. How does Celexa feel about snakes? Just out of curiosity.
I think that uh you know when you're like fighting a a creepy witch in her shop,
Mm.
and then a giant boa constrictor comes into the room, like sneaking up from behind you, and that's there's kind of a vibe, right?
Yeah,
Like where you're like,
I've been
well,
in that situation
okay,
before.
this is certainly like Selexa's when when boa constrictor first appeared, she's like, okay, this is almost certainly like this creepy witch's like familiar, or like some kind of trap or something like that. So um but and plus I think layered onto that, she's probably like snakes probably aren't Selexa's favorite.
Mhm.
So without the specified body language, and that the body language that Nate specified, and also the suggestion from Thea that it was okay to trust the snake, I feel like there would have been some like Celexa would have been tempted to attack, to be
Mhm.
honest, because
Mhm. Yeah, totally. I
that's what you
think
do.
that's legit.
Creepy witch's lair, snake comes up from behind. I mean,
Yeah. Um. Absolutely. Cool. Well, I'm gonna take a legendary action here for her to spend 2 legendary actions to attempt to cast the spell and realize that the silence spell is up and cannot cast the spell. So she cannot cast a spell that uses a verbal component. She can cast spells, but only spells that don't require a verbal component. And so she spends 2 legendary actions to learn that lesson and a spell slot the hard way. And that makes it Timothy's turn.
So the noxious fog cannot be seen through, right?
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
it is heavy obscurement, so attacks into it are at disadvantage.
Okay. And if I charged into where I remember her being and just went for broke.
I'd allow a perception test.
Okay. Well, I would like to pull a classic Timothy, less chaotic here, and he's going to pull his net and charge into where he remembers her being last.
Sure.
And just net at her.
Cool. Roll a perception check.
All right.
I really hope you fail this.
Thanks.
You failed this. Excellent. Let's see. Perfect. Yeah. Oh, there she is. She's right next to you.
Okay. Okay.
Do you want to net her?
I am netting something.
Yeah. Roll your net. Make your attack.
Oh wow! That's the time for great rolls. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, Nova, a net lands on you. You are not netted. You got her, Timothy. You got her.
I think Timothy is just shouting, "I got her! I got her!" Of course, there's no sound. But...
No sound. Yeah.
Nova's just yelling, "What the fuck, Timothy?"
But there's no sound.
Yeah.
I love all these like people screaming and nothing's being heard. Perfect. Well, we're gonna see if we can do something about that because I just spent a second looking at my spell list and I do have a nonverbal spell. And let's see. Of the 4 people in this room, the obvious spellcaster is the one that just turned into a snake, but I think Celexa is going to be the target of this because Celexa is the problem. And Celexa, I want to apologize for this. There's 0 chance I would have done this had you not cast the silence spell and force me to draw upon my more powerful spells to get out of it. So Celexa, I'm going to need an intelligence saving throw. This is a charm effect, so if you have advantage on charm effects, this is
Not that I know of.
great. Okay. A cage appears around you, and the walls of it start pushing in, and you feel yourself becoming trapped. And we are going to roll some psychic damage for you. It's going to be 27 psychic damage.
Oh, sorry. I had 26 hit points.
Ah, that pops you down to 0 then. Okay. Then you fall unconscious, and the silence spell is over, which actually is, unfortunately for me, probably good for you guys at this moment, because now Nova and Timothy can communicate with each other. So, Timothy, you are busy shouting. So, as the silence spell comes down, what are you saying?
I got her! I got her! Everyone! I've got the witch person!
Timothy, you got me! What the fuck?
Oh, dear. Oh, goodness.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so Celexa falls unconscious for seemingly no reason that any of you can see. Sheer terror, sheer agony, something of the sort. Nova, it is your turn. You are inside a net. It costs an action to break free.
I will do that.
Or you could try and, it costs either an action to get free, or you can make an attack roll against the net, and that would not take both your actions to do, but it would destroy the net.
It's like, would I still be able to attack twice if I use my action or no?
Sure.
Yeah, I take off the net then.
Okay, yes. Make an attack roll against the net, assuming you hit.
Okay.
You'll miss. It's a AC 10.
All right. Let's see.
This only works if this is a slashing weapon, but it's a great sword, so it works. Okay, yeah, you crit the net. I'm sure that destroys it.
So glad. Okay. And I attack Masha.
Sure, yeah.
Alright.
A 19 is going to hit.
Oh, good. Can someone click the great? I'll just click the other one. There we
go. Okay. 12 damage, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the +1?
The fog. That's for the crit.
Oh. And no. Can I? Sorry. I clicked the other one because I have like a pop up in front of it. I have to reset my.
I see. It happens. No big deal.
Can I also add another lightning?
Go for it. Okay. Again, the sword sinks in, and you hear like this is much more damage than this person wants to deal with. So, okay. It feels very intense. Yeah, they are still weakened. Okay. Celexa, I need a death save. Celexa is down 2 death saves. Narasch, that makes it your turn. You're muted. No worries.
So I do my most sinister hiss right in Masha's face, and then I constricting attack, trying to find her.
Yeah, roll that attack.
What is the process for me to do that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I should actually probably set up some stuff for you to have some animals that you want to change it into. We should talk about that. Let's see what that is. So in this case, you are a constrictor snake. You are large. Blah blah blah. Okay, so it's going to be 1d20 plus 4. So what you're going to do is in the chat, you're going to type /roll, ROLL, space 1d20 plus 4.
Plus 4 with no space?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Almost. So it's going to be 1d20 is going to be 1d20 plus 4. There's going to be no space in there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. An 18. That's a resoundingly good hit. And this is a constrict attack that you are doing here.
That's right.
Okay. So this is going to be 1d8 plus 2 damage. So it's going to be the same thing. Slash roll space 1d8 plus 2. And the target is grappled and restrained. Wow. Yeah. So you start grabbing her, and I think you start like pulling through the illusion pretty quickly, so you can tell that this is the illusion of Masha Seasorn very quickly. When you're touching someone that close, it's pretty clear that this is happening. She is grappled and she is restrained. She cannot move. No longer can she perform somatic components. Now she needs verbal spells only to do things. And you are in what I would call a good position from this perspective, for you at least. So let us. There you go. And there you go. And Thea, do you feel it when someone that you are psionically connected to goes unconscious?
I think so, and I think I felt her disappear.
Yeah, what does that feel like?
It's like when you're in an elevator and then all of a sudden just like drops, you know. I think it just feels like that.
Cool.
I still can't see into there. So is the fake Masha, does she like yell or anything when she gets
I mean, she's trying to. You know, she's being choked by a snake right now. It's not exactly like a good position for making lots of sounds.
Well, I'm gonna run towards that sound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me just see.
I mean,
I'm gonna get as close as I can.
Yep. You can literally walk onto Slux's body if you want.
Okay. If I touch her, will I know that it's Alexa like laying down?
Sure. Yeah. Does your illusions don't persist past unconsciousness, right, Celexa?
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, great. Yeah, so Celexa looks like Celexa, not even like her disguised self.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Then I'll try to avoid stepping on her.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get as close to Masha and take a stab at her.
Yeah, make an attack roll. It's at advantage. She is restricted completely by the snake.
All right. Short sword. Oh.
10 is not going to be enough, though. Why is it only a +4? Do you
Why?
know? Yeah. Sorry. I think I just that for 1 second. I guess that's right. Cool. There you go. Oh, no, you can use dexterity for this. This is should be a +7, but that's okay.
Oh.
That makes it a 13. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. 2 damage.
Do you want to add your sneak attack to that?
Yeah.
Nice. So that is 19 damage. This is physical damage, and her skin is still weakened. So that's going to be doubled to 38. She falls unconscious. Unless you are trying to kill her, in which case she dies. It's your call.
I think just unconscious.
Okay. The illusionist falls unconscious. The illusion of Masha Seasorn dissipates, revealing a halfling in the middle of this whole thing. And with that, we see Celexa on the ground. Thea, sorry, that is your turn. Timothy, it's your turn.
I think Timothy is going to, knowing now that he is directly next to Nova, he's going to lean down and say, "I need this," and pull one of her many healing potions from her bag. I feel like he just keeps a running tally of things that his partners have.
Okay.
And then by sense of smell, find his way over to Celexa.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. You've got a good sense of smell. That's established. Perfect. Yeah, so you find your way over to Slexa. Yeah. And you use a healing potion.
Yeah, a common healing potion.
2d4 plus 2 then.
All right.
Slexa, you regain 9 hit points. Yeah. And this tiny halfling is unconscious between you guys. I have to change positions because of shared living spaces, but I will be back shortly. Pardon me. Feel free to have a conversation in my absence.
There's a snake.
It's okay. He's okay, I think.
So don't kill the snake.
Don't kill the snake.
I nod my snaky head. No, 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 no.
I think you can release the person there, though, Mr. Snake. Yeah.
Yeah. So with this like snaky hiss, I do release Masha / the imposter and revert to my normal form. Well, nice to meet you.
You are a herpetological wonder, my friend.
Oh well, thank you, and good knowledge of scientific terms. Certainly, that's impressive to me. What just happened?
It's not Masha Seasworn. You figured that one out.
Where's the other one?
Yeah, I think
the one that greeted me and tricked me into all of this.
she tricked you.
Yes, her name was Yuki. Where is she? I have business with her.
We just got here.
Well, I've got business to do. But first, I guess I have a promise to keep. And with that, I start to cast about myself for some materials, and I'm thinking about a way to help the tree downstairs.
Sorry, say that I'm now back fully. What are you looking for?
I'm thinking about a way to keep my promise to the tree downstairs.
Yeah, perfect. I love it. Okay, yeah. What are you looking for?
Well, I think that I might have some dried algae from my home planet that could help me to cast one of two possible spells. Sorry, folks. Let me just look at this here.
Please.
I have a spell called, it's not a healing spell per se, but it's called Plant Growth.
Perfect. Yeah, that's the perfect spell in this circumstance if you're trying to make something grow or help something grow.
So I say to my companions, excuse me for just a second, and I return to the other room, and I look at the tree for a long time, trying to make up my mind if it's really worth it. But then, with a specific view towards healing its rotten core, because I say, man, you really got to work on that root hygiene. And then I cast Plant Growth, trying to both heal it and also sort of reward it with some extra growth and new vegetation.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you roll a nature check for me?
Yes.
Beautiful. Yeah. With the 16, I think as you're casting this plant growth spell, the tree starts communicating with you. Trees sometimes speak, and this tree is willing to speak with you. It starts by saying, "Thank you."
Well, I know we had a strange beginning to our relationship, but you did help me out, so thank you. You're welcome.
I am sorry I was forced to. They're my friend. They've captured her.
Who is this her?
Uh, for your people, she goes by Masha.
And do you know where we can find her?
I can sense her. She's about 2.5 miles southwest of here.
Aha. And is that where I will also find Yukia?
Yes, she's the one that's keeping her.
Very well.
Imprisoned. Trapped.
Is there anything else you can tell us about Yukia or her collaborators?
Only that they can bind Masha and bind me, and that takes some degree of power.
Very well. Well, thank you, Tree, and I'm glad this turned out well for both of us.
I am sorry for my part in your imprisonment.
It's over, and we also captured the woman who was running this strange shop. So hopefully this will never happen again. And with that, I come back into the other room and say, anyone want to take a walk about 2.5 miles south?
Sure. What?
That's a very specific thing to say.
Hi, I'm Nova.
Oh, yes. Sorry, my manners. My name is Narasch.
Cool.
So was it just you in that tree?
Yes, and it wasn't very fun, I can tell you. I mean, I'm all for nature, but down at the bottom of those roots, ugh, well, it doesn't smell so good. But I've taken care of that, by the way. But yes, I've just, I suppose, arrived here, and I was supposedly taken in after I crashed by a woman named Yukia, who then stuffed me in that tree under the supervision of this person who you've just unmasked.
Question. What do you mean by crashed?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's kind of unusual. I'm not really from here. I'm on an errand from, well, a long ways away. And yeah, just looking for somebody. And I just, to be honest, I haven't had much pilot training. Most of my training has been kind of in the sort of natural world. And so, taking off and navigating through space was okay, but landing, I kind of boned it.
I think he's an alien.
Oh no.
What's an alien? Well, I'm not from here, if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Is that going to be an issue? I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about visitors.
I wouldn't broadcast it. It's a delicate situation, which may or may not have been our doing.
We've met aliens before. It's no big deal.
For us.
And what's your circumstances vis-a-vis the Empire? Just asking, just really curious, just wanting to know.
Alexa?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yes, Alexa, how are you doing? You were just unconscious like a second ago. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I think Celexa is still kind of like sorry, I'm looking up the name again. Is it Narasch?
Narasch, yeah.
Narasch. As Narasch, like, and did you regain your other form?
Yes, I'm my sort of normal lizard folk iguana form.
You're no longer a snake. Okay.
Sure.
So as Narasch is kind of like telling his story, she is, I don't know, kind of only half listening, like she's kind of in shock. I think she probably going to like kind of stagger around the shop a little bit, looking for some healing potions.
Yeah, why don't you roll an investigation check?
Okay.
Cool.
Nope. Wrong window. Close all those windows. There we go. Yeah, absolutely. Can you roll for me? What would this be? With a 21, that is wow, cool. 3d6. Nice. You find 9 healing potions. 4 of them are common, 4 of them are greater, and 1 of them is superior.
Great.
How do you feel taking these? Justified? I'm just checking.
Completely justified.
Okay.
Absolutely. Not a twinge
Fair
of
enough.
guilt.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's gonna throw back a couple of healing potions. And maybe toss one to Timothy as well.
Thank you. And sorry.
And again, she's just kind of like barely registering like what, like, you know, crash landed alien abduction into a tree, yada yada yada. Yeah, I guess this is on the scale of shit that they've seen at this point is like just kind of barely a blip. And she kind of like, so she staggers back over to the group, and she looks at Narasch and is like, "What? Why are you with the Empire? Is that where you came from?"
Well, no. But because I'm new here, I'm just wondering what influence the Empire has here. Just always been a student of history.
I so diplomatic. I admire that. They we've met some folks from the Empire once or twice, and I guess all I can say is they seem to be very ambitious about their relationship to the Shimmering Seas, and they have plans of their own. That's for sure. That may not be to all of our benefit, but we've had enough going on here that we haven't really been able to give them a second thought, I think, in the last few weeks.
Okay, yeah. So sort of just getting down to brass tacks. You don't, for example, work for the Empire.
No, when you put it that way, no. Never have, and you know, may or may not have like I don't know, stolen spaceship plans from them, etc., etc. But
And as
I
you
think
say that, like, Narash's eyes get really big, and like he kind of takes a breath and looks a little bit more relaxed.
So yeah, hoping, I guess, not to run into them anytime soon. But in the meantime, what are we gonna do with this one? And she gestures to the heap on the ground. Like at the very least, I feel like we should bind her and gag her. But maybe there's a way that we can find out more from her. I don't know, Thea. Like, can you like, are you able to interrogate her? Do we want to slug her?
You know, that might be the safest bet.
We really want to like know what she knows.
And I speak up once again and say, I might have some information that I could share with you since we seem to have been allies for the last minute. Um, you see, the tree that was holding me, I just went and healed it, and it told me something that might be part of what you want to know. You see, this person is working for another enchanter named Yuki, who's the same person who found me when I crashed. And evidently, she and someone named Marcia or something are to be found around 2 miles south of here.
You mean Masha? Sea Swarm?
Masha, yeah, that was it, Masha.
Well,
Masha,
I mean,
Masha, Masha.
that is helpful. 2 miles south is a night that kind of narrows it down a bit, but we might need a little bit more specificity.
Miles south by southeast. Is that west? Is that the rich district there? The fancier district of town? Like where
So
the
that might
Proud Ones live?
that might correspond to the family home that was described to us before.
Isn't there supposed to be like a jail or something there?
At that family home, the Proudwater? Is that right? Yeah.
I will say I am 100% down to go on this field trip, but I'm not at 100% right now, and I wonder if we should wait.
Well, it kind of seems to me that we have acquired a temporary residence.
Huh.
And she kind of like looks around. And but once again, that leaves us with the question of what to do with this one.
I mean, I think we want to get info out of her, right?
Yes.
And we don't want her to attack us
Nope.
by speaking spells.
I'm going to presume that you've bound and gagged her.
I'm on it.
Okay. I'm going to presume that has happened now. She is bound, she is gagged, she cannot move her hands to do somatic components, she cannot she cannot speak to do verbal components. She doesn't have materials for material components because you've stripped them from her. So
I know this is a bit.
She can cast just by like moving her eyeballs, and we might be in trouble. But
there is a curse that allows you to do that, but it is not a spell.
I know this might be a bit controversial, but I think we should use brain shrimp.
I mean, in this case, I would not say no.
I'm going to be very curious to see Narash's reaction to this, what's about to happen. My reaction is abject horror, but I love it. Okay.
Yeah, actually Timothy wants to ask, oh yes, by the way, but while we're on the subject of other cultures and peoples who don't live here, how are you in any way tied to or related with the what's the name of those scary brain people? Yes, the tentacles ones.
The Illithids.
The Illithid Collective.
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of them. No. The answer is just absolutely no.
Okay. Well, that's good.
How do you feel about brain shrimp?
You've never heard of these?
I can't say I've ever heard of brain shrimp. I like brine shrimp.
These are. It's not a cuisine.
Oh.
But in this situation, I think this could help us a lot.
I'm not necessarily opposed to this, but one question is, are we going to get as much from this as we would from just Thea using your brain thing?
Oh, my psionic?
Yeah.
I mean, don't you think... I think she could just lie to us easily, right?
Oh yeah, when we were doing this last time, we had Caliban.
Yeah. And
Well-
at least with the brain shrimp, it'll bring out the truth.
Will it though?
It will. It can prevent her from lying.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, yes, I hear what you're saying. Just to play Devilfish's advocate, um, what if the halfling, convinces the brain shrimp that they should work together, and they flip the brain shrimp's loyalty from you to them, whatever this halfling is, and I'm just saying that then we have an extremely powerful hybrid.
Well, what if I put in my most loyal brain shrimp? The one that was in me.
She can't cast spells.
How's she gonna? So then we're gonna put the brain shrimp in, and then you're gonna do the psionic thing.
Right. I can talk to the brain shrimp while it's in her head, but she can also just speak out loud.
Mm.
I think we should do it.
This seems, on a moral level, extremely wrong. But given the circumstances, I'm willing to see the gray.
I mean, weigh the options. She could easily just attack us the moment we ungag her.
We could kill her if that would make you feel more comfortable, Timothy. We don't want to make you uncomfortable.
Wow. Oh my goodness! When you put it that way, tell you what, you have your fun. I won't be privy to it. I'm gonna go make sure we don't have any more visitors upstairs.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
I want to search this place.
All right, Timothy, go think happy thoughts somewhere.
All right, then with that, I think I'd take out Zaris, my most trusted brain shrimp. I spend a minute.
Narasch, how are you transporting Zaris? How are you transporting the brain shrimp with you? You have the trunk still with you, or?
Yeah, I think in the trunk, in some water in the trunk.
Okay, so you see a trunk open, and the trunk is filled with water. And at first, you don't see anything in this water that's just inside this traveler's trunk. But then you see it's a rolling suitcase. But then you see that there are these weird gray-looking banana slug-like things in there. They're sort of gray or purple, but a little bit translucent. They're hard to see. And Thea just quite calmly reaches in and takes one of them. And what do you do with it, Thea?
So I'm holding it, and you can't see anything happening, but I'm psionically talking to Zaris, just saying, "All right,
and I say,
here to tell us the truth."
What are those? Oh, sorry, they're not to be eaten. I just have it. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I don't think they even taste good. Probably. Anyway.
You hear Zaris say, "I hope not."
So I do like a little pep talk with Zaris, and then put them close to, what are we calling this? The imposter's ear.
Yeah. I think Zaris says, I'll do this for you, but I don't like taking over people against their will. And then he slithers into the ear canal and disappears inside this creature's inside this halfling's head. It takes about 5-6 seconds, and then suddenly she opens her eyes and she looks towards you, and she nods at you, Thea.
Okay, and then I ungag her.
This body's name is Leona the Tricky. She's an expert in illusion magics. What do you want me to take from her? What do you want to know?
How is she connected to this person, Yuki?
She is in her employ, but their relationship is more than that. They've been friends for a long time. Um, Yuki is her benefactor, though. Yuki Proudwater of the Proudwater family. Leona the Tricky doesn't seem to care for Yuki's husband, but that seems to be more a matter of personal bias than anything else.
And
They had a romantic
I'll say that again.
They had a romantic entanglement when they were younger.
Mm.
The voice is flat and affectionless. It's the opposite. Like like Zaris very much does not want to be this person, and so is just like here and communicating the information as directly and flatly as possible.
Ask about where we can find Masha.
The Proudwater estate has a prison complex beneath it, along with breeding pits. They're breeding alligators for some reason. Alligators, perhaps giant ones as well. But there's a secret entrance I can point you to. Or not secret, but back entrance for deliveries and the like. The map is weird in my head, but because she's been through, they've done some remodeling, and so things might have moved around a little bit, but I know broadly what things are. Here, and pulls out a piece of paper and like sketches out a map for you, including several things that they say are secret entrances and secret doors. I don't know the guard schedule. It's not I'm not expected, so it's not my job, but this is the room that you are looking for. And he points to the top northwest corner of this room, of this complex. That's where they'd keep Masha. You could even get in and out relatively quickly.
If would this form the way that you look now? Would this be the form that she would take if she were to be seen there?
Not uncommonly, but she's taken several forms. Sometimes she goes in as a guard, pretending to be a guard to get on the schedule to partake in her affair. But sometimes she comes as herself.
What's the name of the person she has the affair with?
Yuki Proudwater.
Yuki. Oh, you specifically with Yuki. They have the romantic entanglement. Okay,
yes,
I understand. Okay, that seems like that might be enough to go off of.
Also, sometimes Leona just uses. Sometimes this body just uses illusions for the fun of it.
Wouldn't know what that's like.
There's I don't know who it is because Leona wasn't told, but the tree was powering an illusion for someone. That's now done. Leona crafted the illusion, but it was attached to an object, and then powered by the tree to be endless. But I don't know who it is, and now that the tree is no longer doing that, then that illusion will fail within the next 20 hours.
Fascinating. Anybody else have questions?
Well, I'm curious why capture Narasch here.
Information was definitely part of the goal. The tree also requires constant energy, and so was drawing upon Narasch's obvious magical talents to power some of its power. It's easier to convert natural energy into natural energy, and the tree drew upon natural energy. So Narasch's nature magic allowed her to more easily power things. Narasch was wanted, though, because of well, he was different, and he was from somewhere else, and it sounds like, I mean, Leona doesn't know anything about off-planet things, but it sounds like someone knew that he was from off-planet.
Hearing that, I say, someone new? Who is someone?
It's unclear because no one is saying any of these things to Leona, but I think that I think the Primarch may know.
What's a Primarch?
A leader in these parts, a corrupt one.
And Narasch looks disturbed and is kind of scratching his head, thinking.
Do you need anything else, or can I leave?
One last question. Can your host be charmed?
If you need her to do something, I can do it. It's certainly possible. She's not immune or resistant to it, but okay. She is strong-willed, so.
But wait, can you charm her while she's under the influence of this slug thing, and then have the slug come out?
I don't know. But I was just thinking to gag her again, and then my main concern is just what do we do with her now if we don't want to like keep her tied up here. I was thinking we could maybe have her surrender herself somewhere, like maybe to that priest guy. What do you think? Good idea? Bad idea? Yeah.
I certainly could arrange for her to surrender wherever you want.
Oh, you would do that? Well, I mean, I would. I think that would be just a fabulous service, and I'm sure Thea. Oh, you would be so grateful for that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Zaris, if you're willing to do that.
Of course. For you, of course.
Thank you.
See that you can find a way to smuggle me out later.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. The priest guy that you guys met, Thomas?
That's his right, Thomas. That's his name. Yeah, I mean, I guess we don't know anybody else in this damn city, so he's the only one I can think of. Just like, walk into his office and tell him, who your host is, and say that, tell him you're dangerous and need to surrender into his custody.
Okay. I will do that. And then Leona.
What an amazing friend you are. I'm like, oh my God. I just can't even tell you how awesome that is. Thank you so much.
The expression on the face is 100% blank. And just turns and stands and starts walking out the front door.
Zaris, I'll come for you tomorrow.
Nods. And I think with that, we're going to take a brief break. And when we come back, we can search the shop for some cool stuff and then figure out what the next steps are, what the next plan is. So we'll be back, guys, in about 10 minutes. Hey everyone, we're back. As always, I like to take a second here at the top of the second half of the show to just briefly remind everyone that life is hard, and because it is hard, I think it is nice and just absolute good if you can find a way to help the people in your life. I don't know your life. I don't know what that looks like, but I guarantee you that there are probably people, if you are in a position where you can watch this stream, then there are probably people who are less well off than you. And I think that there's probably a way that you can look for them and seek ways to aid them. One of the most common pieces of advice I like to give is look for someone who's where you were a year ago. If you're in eighth grade, look for a seventh grader and tell them what you wish you had known then. If you are, at some point in your career, look for someone who's just before that point in their career, and tell them what you think they could find useful and helpful. That is always a good idea and a helpful thing to do. And look for ways that you can donate time, resources, energy, money to help others, because it is hard to be a person. And by virtue of the fact that it is hard to be a person, it's good to help people to be people. So, as always, after I say that, I have that awkward transition moment where I say, hey, we've got other shows on this channel. You can check some of them out. We've got, right now, 3 shows running currently on this channel. We've got this one on Sunday, Welcome to the Chosen Few. These are them. They're all cool. And then on Thursday mornings, we've got our sort of classic old school-y dungeon crawly game set in Pryan. What? Pryan, you say? Yes, it's in the same world. Nova's from there. Yeah, it takes place in the same world. And they are... doing their whole thing with their own problems with alien invasions right now too. It's amazing how much this global problem is a global problem. Someone shouldn't have taken down the covering or something. Who was that? And then that's Thursday mornings, and then Thursday evenings. Yes, 2 games in one day. Yes, indeed. Thursday evenings we've got another game that goes on. The assassination of Primarch Michael Black Eyes. Yes, these people are trying to mind control, are trying to assassinate that same fool. But right now they're going on a pirate journey with the pirates, who just drop these guys off. It's almost like the pirates are the main characters in their own story too. Don't really know what's happening there, but that's the deal. Yes, they're on a journey to a city that has been conquered by demons or something, at the center and heart of a maelstrom, where the laws of magic work differently. Who knows what that's all about? Anyway, here we are. Back into it. So, Leona the Tricky is going to go meet Thomas and turn herself in. Herself. Meanwhile, you guys are here. There was discussion of a need of a rest before going on. I found it really interesting that came from Nova. Nova was the one who proposed a rest. I found that particularly interesting because Nova, you are the one who's under the biggest time crunch, right?
Yeah, I also don't want to die in general, though.
Yeah, I get that, but I do think that's like an interesting character like mind thing of like the push and pull of like how far do I push in one day versus how far don't I push in one day because I have exhaustion issues.
Like one day, we got time.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. You definitely do. You definitely do. Time in cities, man, it goes so much faster. It's interesting. Sorry, it goes so much slower. It's interesting. Okay, well there you go. Just I thought that was an interesting thing, and I wanted to draw attention to it. So while Celexa and Thea are downstairs with Narasch interrogating this Leona the Tricky, upstairs we've got searching this place Timothy and Nova. I swear I was about to say Artie. Timothy and Nova. So let's see what that is. So you go upstairs. It's interesting. While this place is clearly overfull, there's just huge amounts of stuff everywhere. It also like it gives that appearance or that vibe of like whoever lives here knows where they put everything. Right? Just like despite the fact that it's a mess in many ways, you notice that like, oh yes, the tea making kit is right next to the book nook. right? And so like they know how to grab and make tea when they're like there or whatever, and all those sorts of things. Hi, cat. Um, and yeah, that's sort of the vibe that you're getting from this place. Yeah. So what are you looking for, you two?
I think primarily making. I mean, first of all, making sure there's no one else in here
Mm-hmm.
would be good. What do you think?
Cool stuff.
Cool
Mhm.
stuff.
Cool stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Um, there is a cat.
Oh,
It is all black, and it is asleep. And additionally, there is a bowl around it.
a bowl around the cat.
Yes, it's like a glass bowl, so it's see through. It's like a fish bowl
So
almost.
it's like a catfish.
Yes, that's exactly what it's like.
Hello, you domesticated feline.
Sleeping.
Careful, it could be a magic cat.
I get the feeling it is a magic cat. I bet everything in this cursed building is magical.
Probably.
Now, I know you're not supposed to do this, but I have this urge to clink on the glass. I know that's the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do with animals in glass, but should we wake the cat? Seems like a bad idea. I've been very chaotic today.
Well, you threw a net on me, and you smashed a bunch of stuff, and we all ended up in noxious clouds. So maybe let's not tap on the cat.
I'm going to defer to you on this one. That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, let's take a look around. Maybe the cat will just wake up.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So the cat inside the glass is not disturbed, and hence does not wake up. Looking around, you find a couple of items of interest. Mostly, there's books here, lots of records, lots of various types of things. She seems to be a little bit of a history buff, particularly looking into weird histories or ancient histories, sort of a lot of poetic writings. There's several things that are kind of like epic poems, like the Iliad or the Odyssey, but like they're dovetailed and marked as if they were historical texts, and like little notes in the margins. Does this mean this? Does this imply this? And all from like a long time ago. Um, you do find a book that is uh very weird. It seems to absorb light. It is all black. And there is no label on it. There's nothing on the side. And it sort of gives off like this weird aura. Um, very disturbing aura. Additionally, you find a necklace, um, which has a small red stone in the center of it. It is sort of it's a low hanging necklace with like a gold 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 chain, and then like a golden sort of round thing with like it almost looks like an eye, a red eye in the middle of it. It's not really shaped like an eye though; it's round. I shouldn't say an eye. I don't want to imply that it's an eye at all. So it's a round thing with a red chain, and then the exact copy of that red gem is in a ring as well. So they're almost like a matching set.
Well, as someone who's been cursed recently, I feel like I should not piss off this powerful other magic lady. So maybe we shouldn't take her stuff, but I really want to know what it is.
Well, we can at least take it downstairs and have one of our party figure it out.
Maybe we'll use tongs.
Yes. Yeah. I'll look for like a. Is there like a set of tongs or maybe a set of gloves by the fire or like an alchemist kit?
Yeah, there's definitely alchemist kits all over the place, or various tools from alchemist kits all over the place here.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I'll grab some forceps or something.
Yeah. So I think you hear a lazy voice. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Is that the cat? Please tell me that's not the cat.
It's definitely the cat.
Oh, hi, cat.
Hi, human.
What's your name?
Tony.
Tony,
Aww.
are you a normal kind of cat, or are you some breed of like miniaturized wild cat, if you were? Or
Do normal cats speak to you?
I mean, I've seen a lot of strange things in nature.
Are you a druid?
A ranger, fisherman, really.
He's like a lizard.
Yes, that too.
The
Thank you,
distinction
Nova.
between a lizard folk and a lizard is rather extreme. I would hope that you would be able to know that. Are you so blind as to not be able to see the distinction between your companion and a lizard?
I mean, I said he's like a lizard. I didn't say he was a lizard.
Oh, yes. So like a lizard in the sense that they have similar facial features.
I mean, you're like a cat, but are you a cat?
I am indeed a cat.
Oh, okay. Well, fair.
I feel like we've learned something today, but I don't know what it is.
Really, you're capable of learning things. I'm impressed.
I know many things, but I'm not going to be backsassed by a cat. So
Seems
what?
like you are.
Are you are you a familiar of some kind?
Indeed.
Okay.
do you know what happened to Masha?
I would like to find out. I have been trapped inside this bowl. It is magically preventing me from leaving. Are you going to free me?
Who trapped you?
An illusionist of some skill.
Was it that Leona lady, the tricky?
She didn't actually give me her name. She just trapped me here and then took on Masha's likeness and wandered around, and I chose not to speak with her because it seemed unbecoming.
I would like to see if this cat is telling the truth.
Sure, yeah. Insight the chat. Insight the cat. Go for it.
I insight the cat.
Mm-hmm. Pardon me, I lost my window. I have a window. Hold on, I lost my window. Oh no, what'd you roll? Just tell me what you rolled. There you go. 17. I mean, so let's see. Cats are notoriously difficult to read. But this one is certainly being sarcastic with people that it wants to help it. That seems like a very cat-like attitude.
I mean that scans. Okay. So if you let us out, are you gonna attack us?
With what?
I mean, you're a cat. You got like claws and stuff.
I somehow think that my pathetic claws won't do much damage to you. What is your intention? Are you here working for the illusionist?
No.
No, in fact, we just stopped her. We were actually here to find your master friend, Masha. I don't know what the relationship is. Owner?
Friend is appropriate.
Friend. Okay. Apologies. Friend. And now I think we're gonna be.
I really hate that everyone seems to think that familiars are just like kept creatures. No, we're allies. We're friends. We cast the spells for them. We're the ones who do all the hard work anyway.
I think that also Kumi is up here like watching all this going on and like nodding silently in agreement.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, yes. So yes, as Nova said, we are here to we are tasked with going to help Masha. That's kind of our goal now. So would you like, if we set you free, would you like to help us in that task, or give us something to help us, or perhaps give us your benediction? Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe.
Do you see?
I've already helped you a lot, you know.
Pray tell.
Well, you were gonna pick up that amulet.
Well, we were thinking about picking it up with tongs.
Yes, tongs will protect you from the curse.
Oh, great. More curses. See, I told you I told you we should be careful.
You're literally in a witch's shop. You should expect curses to be everywhere.
Okay. If we let you go, are you gonna run away, or are you gonna keep talking to us?
Running away sounds like too much work.
Okay. Should we let the cat out?
Fine, let's let the cat out of the bowl.
Okay. I lift up the bowl.
Cat stretches and just like walks out casually and walks over and sniffs your leg. Then looks up at you and looks around the room and then says, is that demon either of yours?
What demon?
The invisible one?
Can you point to it?
Sort of like, yes, because I have hands and fingers that are useful for pointing.
You can like
nods in a direction.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Do we out of game? Do we know about Kumi?
No.
No, they are not with us.
I go down to the staircase and yell, "You guys, there's a demon up here!"
Invisible demon! Invisible demon!
Anyone want to reply?
If it's invisible, how do you know it's there?
We let the cat out of the bowl.
What cat? Are you guys? Did you guys find something and start smoking it up there? Because you can't just smoke anything in a witch's shop. Only
Nope.
very specific things.
Noted, but that's not what's going on this time. Hey, cat.
I have a name, human.
I'm sorry, Tony the cat. Tony
Thank
the
you.
cat. What are the amulet and ring and scary black book do?
Don't touch the book.
Okay. What did they do?
Well, if you touch them, they will curse you. Do you want to age a year a minute?
Ooh, no.
Ooh, but that does seem useful.
So Alexa walks upstairs.
Narasch follows.
As she's walking up, also Kumi runs behind like a shelf or something, or runs up to hide into a shelf and then disappears into a pocket dimension.
Okay.
And Celexa, she shows up and she says, "Okay, where's this demon you guys were talking about?"
It's invisible, I told you.
Oh, well. You guys, everything looks okay here. This cat giving you trouble?
This is Tony. He has a name.
Thank you.
And don't touch that book.
Or the necklace or the ring.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we shouldn't be touching anything here. I mean, maybe that's just me. I don't know.
See, this sounds like someone who's intelligent, right? Someone who understands that you walk into a witch's shop, a witch who's famous and specializes in, I don't know, something like curses or the like, and like then proposes like touching things. You have some sense. I bet the demon's yours.
Oh.
That scans.
The demon's yours.
What demon?
The invisible one. Oh, it's gone now. Could also have been spying on you, though. That's certainly possible.
So,
one of you should learn a sense invisibility spell or something. Could the big one do it? Looks up at Nova.
That's rude.
What?
I'm not very big.
Whatever. The one with the big sword.
Yeah. No.
I think the cat just meant muscular.
Oh, okay. I'm sensitive about my height.
Do you want me to stand on top of you? Can make you seem taller.
It's worth a shot.
What a cute cat.
It crawls up the side of you and walks onto your head. There's now like kneading into your skull a little bit.
Oh, so good.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, I bet if we do rescue Masha, she can. I don't know. She's gonna find her way back here, right? If we rescue her, ideally, she'll be back here, and then she will either be in a place to help us based on like reward us for helping her, or she will notice that a bunch of her stuff is missing and possibly see that we have it and be less grateful. I mean, just saying.
I just
Hey,
want
you're
to
cursed.
know- What?
You're cursed.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah. Thanks, cat.
So Narasch, with all of his animal handling charm and connection to the natural world, gives the cat a nice solemn nod and says, "You're a familiar, right?
Indeed.
And you know that we're sort of maybe on the verge. I can't really speak for all my companions because I've only been here for a minute, but of going to find your companion. Maybe you could just give us some idea how we could use Masha's tools to help her in this, and maybe you'd like to come along, and then we can restore everything to the way it was, and you can go back to your normal life of lounging around here and keeping your friend company."
Yeah, why don't you roll animal handling for me? Well, I don't know. It sounds like a lot of work. Do you have any fish?
Fish, you say? Unfortunately, only the dry kind. But hold on. Which pocket is it? Oh, yes, here. Huh?
You can put it in the bowl. I don't want to touch you.
Don't want to touch me? I assure you, I smell like fish. But okay, very well. Here you are.
It's because you're like a lizard. Cats don't like lizards.
Yes, the feeling is mutual.
Yeah, hops down and starts eating it. So, how'd you get your curse? Is that why you're here, to speak to Masha to see if she can break it? Because she can break a lot of curses.
Well, I hope she can break a lot of curses because it was a curse from a lady pirate.
Mm.
Yeah, don't piss off lady pirates or regular other types.
The wisest thing you've ever said.
Yeah, well, yeah, that would be nice. Do you think she can do it?
Probably.
I mean, you're the source of her magic, right? So.
Well, at some point she'll break it down to me and I can eat it.
Oh, you eat curses?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
They're tasty.
What do they taste like?
Curses.
Okay.
So circling back to what our new companion just said, that's a yes. I mean, we gave you fish.
Yeah, I guess. Someone should come along to make sure that you actually save her.
Cool.
And what about some of the powerful looking tools in this room? Could we maybe find a way to use those?
Well, not the book. But I guess I could eat the curses off the other two and provide them for you.
That would really be sweet.
Eats the fish, turns around and lazily walks over towards the necklace, and just starts doing something around it. Paces around it a little bit, and then like starts licking something. It almost looks like it's an invisible thing above the necklace. Like it doesn't quite touch it, and then just starts like chomping on something. It's very weird looking to see this cat just sort of clearly chewing on air. And it looks very, very weird. And then after about a minute, it looks at the amulet and says, well, I'm not saying it'll work, but it might help you a little bit. Nods at the cursed person.
Okay. does it do?
It'll sort of give you the illusion of being healthier. You won't actually be healthier. It won't actually stop the curse on you, but it'll set your health to a higher point. And so even though you'll constantly be going down, you won't feel like you're going down.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. It sets your constitution to 19. It's not a physical change to your body though, so your curse will still happen. People will still see you wasting. It's just that you will feel like your con is 19. So it won't stop the curse.
Cool. Thanks.
No problem.
And the ring?
Oh, right. Coming. 1 second. Heads over to the ring. And yeah, it does the same thing with this ring. Starts eating it. Feels very weird again seeing it do this thing. Just chewing on something and seems to like pounce on something that's like not on the ring but like near the ring as it's doing this. And then pulls it out and just all right, who wants it?
What does it do?
Oh, it allows you to heal people, but not yourself.
Well, that's one of my skills already, so maybe somebody else would want it.
I would take it if no one else wanted it. I appreciate people not dying around me, personally.
Sure.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. So it's a ring. Both these items require attunement. But this ring has 1d4 charges within it that it recharges every day for the Cure Wound spell.
All right.
So you basically get up to 4 casts of a Cure Wound spell per day. So pretty good. You get 3. It has 3 in it right now.
Okay. But it's 1d4 every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It gets at the start of every day you roll a d4. It gets that many charges for the day. Yeah. It doesn't cap out at 4. Otherwise, it would have 4. Just a random amount per day.
Cool.
But you can tell how much is in it. And the cat says, "But I'm not giving you the book."
Well, we won't take it. But what is it?
Well, it's Masha's.
But what does it do?
Well, it's her book of curses.
Oh, okay. I'm not touching that.
Good.
So, okay, if we're done here, I mean, I don't know, just how urgent is this whole deal? Like, do you think maybe we got time to rest for a little bit? Nova, how are you feeling?
On a scale of
1 to 68.
1 to 80.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm like a 34.
Oh, wow.
We should rest.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. I heard you found some sweet health potions though. So if we want to push on, we could probably figure that out.
Well, like out of game, what time of day is it?
I mean, it's nighttime now. You guys have the last 3 sessions have been this day, so it's been a long day.
Yeah, let's
You arrived this morning. Let's put this in perspective in Racy.
Yeah, let's crash. I call this room up here.
You called my room?
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep here.
Why?
Well, because it's, there's only so many rooms in this place, and we're gonna, like, I feel like this is the quietest and most comfortable, so this is where I want to sleep.
Yeah, it is the quietest and most comfortable. That's why I sleep here.
Well, okay, I guess under the circumstances, I guess you can stay too.
Who is this?
The cat.
Who is this? And just turns to Nova.
Yeah, she is very friendly, right, Celexa? You're so friendly and hospitable that you won't force a cat out of its own room, right?
I would never. I would never. And also, I almost died like 5 minutes ago, so I think I'm just gonna take this spot here and you know, uh take a little nap.
I've been imprisoned for some time. I lost track of.
And truly, truly, my heart goes out to you.
Just like curls up and starts licking.
Versus.
Well, I for one apologize to all of you. It was not a good idea what I did at the onset of that battle, and I do apologize. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm gonna go relax in the nice dank tree basement. So I will see you later.
Cat opens eyes. What did you do?
You know, it's a long story. You should get some shut eye. As should I. Goodbye.
Lizards.
Cut.
Iguana are okay though.
Narasch also heads down to the basement because the tree has become his friend, and that's where he would want to spend some time.
Perfect. So I think we've got 3 rooms here. We have in the top floor, we've got Celexa and the cat. In the tree room, in the back room, we've got the tree and Narasch and Timothy. And then I think in the front room, we've got Nova and Thea. Beautiful. Does anyone have any RP conversations before bed with anyone?
Are we just gonna like not talk about the fact that there was a demon?
It's gone now.
But does that mean the house is haunted?
No, it means someone was spying on you.
That's somehow worse.
Yeah,
True.
how do we protect ourselves from invisible demons?
I recommend see invisibility spells.
I mean, I guess we can look for some. There's probably something in this house.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The demon is my friend. I didn't know if I could like trust you guys with it, but with everything that's happened, I don't just want to like lie about it. I have to be honest. Their name is Kumi, and they're not spying for anybody except for me. So that should make you feel better about it, I think.
Why didn't you tell us?
Well, do you remember that time when we were all in like doing our jailbreak back across the sea, and with the prisoner, the prisoner. Oh no, we were visiting the prisoner there, trying to investigate the murder, and you all went into another room and had a private conversation without me, and didn't want me to know what you guys were talking about.
Okay.
That's why I didn't tell you.
So you could spy on us?
Well, I mean, I think it's more accurate to say that I knew you folks weren't being completely honest with me, and so I felt justified in keeping my own secrets. You know, tit for tat, as they say.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
No, there's nothing else I would like to tell you.
Is there something else you should tell us?
What is this? Is this really not enough of a revelation for today? In fact, if you'd like, you can meet. You could meet Kumi. Would you like to meet Kumi?
Sure.
She snaps her fingers, and Kumi appears from out of the pocket dimension and pops into existence on her shoulder. And so she is in her normal, her normal form in her own body right now. And Kumi appears as kind of like a little sort of like ashy gray, little ashy gray gargoyle with a little wild tuft of orange hair, almost like a little like mohawk on their head.
Good look.
And a little like a barbed tail kind of like whipping back and forth.
And we've said this before, but I want to clarify. Kumi, they them pronouns, correct?
Yeah, for sure. So Kumi is yeah. So this is Kumi. I'm sorry I kept them secret for so long, but really, I mean, look, they're so friendly. Like, look how cute they are. And she just goes and like rubs its cheek with her finger, and Kumi just like kind of like nips at it for a second, and then gives in and just like leans in to let her like rub their cheek. And they jump and fly over to Thea and settle on Thea's shoulder. See, look, they like you.
Oh, they are kind of cute. I like
Right?
try to pet her.
In that like ugly cute way, I guess.
Says the cat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I understand keeping some secrets sometimes. We only got to know each other a couple months ago. But I appreciate this, letting us know.
Things have been weird, right? Things have been weird. I don't want things to be weirder than they have to be.
Yeah.
So Kumi will kind of like make the rounds and go around and say hi to everybody.
Does Kumi speak?
Kumi can speak, but generally does not.
I note our matching mohawks and spiked tails, and I just give one webby thumb up.
Yeah, because you've got sort of like you have like a iguana style like mohawk,
Right.
and then also you have a manticore tail,
Yeah.
which is cool. Yeah, I think when Kumi sees you, they do a little like midair flip in the air to show their excitement.
Yeah, another thumb up. Definitely, I'm into this familiar.
Well, sure, if you want to be ostentatious about your familiar.
So,
ignoring the fact that it's been invisible for months. Sorry.
Should we maybe have a quick powwow about our potential shared goals as brand new companions?
Sure. Yeah. Well, besides my number one, my first goal of getting the most comfortable room to sleep in. That's goal number one. After that, I'm kind of open to hear what you guys want and need.
Well, I was just wondering, we've developed a nice rapport for the last couple of minutes. It's been great, but what are you all doing? It kind of seems like we might be aligned in some ways and some things that we need to do. But can you tell me what's going on here?
Well, my number one currently is to get this curse removed. So I feel like we're heading in the same direction for saving Masha.
I think I might have some business with this Primarch person. Is that on your radar at all?
A lot of folks seem to have business with him.
You don't want to have business with him, though.
I'm afraid it's really kind of my main mission right now because I'm here on like I said, an errand, and unfortunately, any way I had of locating the person I'm looking for was pretty much lost in the crash, and now I'm just looking for information.
Who are you looking for?
It's a long story. It's someone from my planet who stole something really important, and I don't know where she is, and I just know that she's in this region of this world.
Does everyone on your planet look like you?
No. I mean, we're a whole. Where I come from is a swamp planet filled with brackish water and you know um, all kinds of flora and fauna. But I'm only one of many types of species. It does happen that I belong to a small group of creatures and families who help to keep the planet in order and fend off outside enemies. Well, if you all, if I can tag along with you to find this Masha, and you're willing to maybe help me along the way in my search, I don't have any other companions lined up, and you all seem pretty powerful. So I'd love to tag along.
I think that the Primarch is maybe on our list as well. But and Masha, saving Masha was more kind of a step along the way. So that's for several reasons, that seems to be the most urgent need we have. But if she can't help Nova here, then our our next and only option is to take up business with the Primarch in order to see Nova cured. So,
well, I'm certainly willing to help if I can, and not only with helping your friend Masha, but also I have some questions for this Yuki person. All right, I'm in.
Okay, so we go our separate ways to crash for the night. Despite Tony's sarcastic attitude, he tries to clean Kumi. I'm curious how Kumi responds to that.
I think that Kumi is shocked and like kind of grossed out, and will go and like disappear and fly up onto a high shelf to try and get some space to themselves.
Tony shrugs and curls up in a circle. Does anyone have any private conversations that they want to have during this evening? We've got 3 rooms. If anyone wants to talk to anyone in their room particularly, I'm happy to have that happen.
Yeah. Did you know about the demon thing?
I had no idea.
It's weird, right?
It is weird.
I feel like Celex is still keeping stuff from us, you know?
I mean, probably. Yeah. But she's telling us more and more.
Yeah. But, like, we've gone through a lot of stuff together. Don't you think she can trust us by now?
I mean, I'd hope so, but I don't know what it will take for her to tell us everything.
I mean, just because, like, if we had known about Kumi, wouldn't that have made, like, some of this, shenanigans we've been through, wouldn't that have made a difference?
Yeah. I mean, we could have been more strategic, for sure.
Yeah. I just, I feel like if we knew that there was, like, a small creature that can, like, just go wherever it wants and be invisible, maybe we wouldn't have gotten, caught by the Pirate Queen, and I wouldn't have gotten cursed.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah.
So a little salty about that one.
I mean, do you feel like you can't trust Celexa?
I don't know. I mean, she doesn't trust us.
I mean, I know she's really always has a lot of cards up her sleeve that she keeps close to the chest.
You mean those, like, literal cards she has? Because
she has literal cards?
yeah, like she
oh,
like,
right.
pulls out a card and throws a monster at someone.
Yeah, right. But even besides that, like, she's always got a plan somehow.
Yeah.
But I feel like in the end, she's on our side.
Yeah, I guess so. It's just I don't like secrets.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. Should we try to, like, talk to her? I guess we already did a little bit today, but
yeah. I mean, I guess it's something to think about.
Yeah.
Anyways, good night.
Right.
How fast after this conversation is Nova snoring or asleep?
Like, pretty quick. But she decided to sleep, like, right in front of the door as it's unlocked.
Yeah.
Nothing's getting in here.
Nice. I love it. Beautiful. Timothy.
So I'm down in the back room with the tree, and I think Timothy is propped up against a wall doing some sketches of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And Narasch is there too, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I think I'm going to casually say, "Well, welcome to our planet."
Yeah, thanks. It was a pretty strange introduction, and it's a little dry here. My scales are kind of peeling a little bit. I feel kind of self-conscious about it, but it's been good to meet you too.
Oh, well, I would recommend a nice dip in some of the local. Well, maybe not currently. There's been a plague, a waterborne plague, so maybe. Normally, I know some lovely beaches where you could soak, but
Oh man, I'd love that.
yeah. I think I heard the plague was cured. I don't know. It's on the fence, but we'll figure it out. So you're familiar with nature and the like. What kind of tree is this? I didn't study dendrology in college, so.
Well, we didn't have this tree, and also dendrology, good pull. We didn't have this tree on my planet, but all I know from having the bond with it while I was captured is that it's some sort of deep rooted deciduous tree. And I know it's a little ironic that it's deciduous since it's kind of underground here, as it were, but it feels in contact with the seasons, and has a very sort of airy and medium high pitched voice as far as I could hear. So that's about all I could tell you about it. It's just a magic tree that in its worst form can feed on other people's energy, but also it has a good tree spirit, shall we say?
A good heart. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna jot that down in my notes, I suppose. But that's I'm a little out of my depth in this. But oh well. So you're on an errand?
Yeah, it's a little weird to talk about, but I'm looking for a person who stole something from my planet, as I said, and
Right.
it's very, very crucial for the people of Dregma, which is where I come from.
Can I ask a leading question?
Certainly.
When when did they steal this thing? Did it happen like 2 months ago when there were some astronomical hijinks?
Yes. What do you mean?
No reason really. Just a lot of things happened here too.
Well, do you know something about another alien landing here recently?
Hmm. I heard some whispers about some. I think I did hear some whispers about an alien ship landing. Not us. We weren't involved, but
Oh
I
my
heard,
God, I need to know where.
um, I can't even recall where I heard it. Just another group of adventurers. I think were angry. They were dealing with it.
And Narash's spiked tail is like pounding into the wall a little bit. Um, yeah, anxiously. Well, it's really crucial for me to find this person, and she's not likely to want to be found. So, and she's also, I wouldn't, I don't know how dangerous she is, but she has, as I say, a resource that, without which my planet is, well, I guess I sort of implied this before, is totally helpless against the Empire.
Do you know of the Kava?
The the Kawa? No,
Kava?
no.
No. They're the most technologically advanced group in our on our world, and maybe at some point it would behoove you to go have a chat with them. Obviously, not now. We're quite a ways away, but maybe I could help put you in contact with someone there.
That would be very helpful. Although, if whatever group you put me in contact with is aligned with the Empire, it could be very dangerous for them to know where I am.
Ah, so uh, we must be discreet then. They are, I wouldn't say aligned. Well, aligned tenuously, certainly.
Yeah, just for point of clarity, the Empire, wants control of this planet that we are on and does not have it. The Kava is probably the thing that's biggest, that's standing in between them and control of the planet. But the Kava has, well, whatever, doesn't. But the Kava has recently given up some of that authority to the Grand Accord, and the Order of Starlight. So you're not aligned with the Empire right now, and the Kava is definitely like helping protect the planet from that. But they do have constant contact with the Empire. So
The person in charge of the Kava, well, we kind of helped put them in charge of the Kava. Again, it's a long story, but I remember she was not fond and of them, and also asked us to steal stuff for her. So maybe at some point I can put you in contact. I think that might help.
That would be wonderful because whomever controls this resource, particularly along with the person I'm looking for, would have a great advantage either for or against the Empire. But most of all, I need this thing back in order to return it to my planet because, as I say, we're not a warlike planet, and it's really our only hope for keeping our independence.
All right. Well, what is this resource? It's not Earth's blood, or it.
Earth's blood? No,
No.
no. It's something that only grows on Dregma. It's a form of algae. Algae is our greatest resource in all forms, and with it we make medicine and food and magical potions. But the very, very rare resource that we call citrine algae um, is specifically a tool that allows people like myself and I show my little moon tattoo, who are of the circle of Elia, to have prophetic, mysterious dreams that allow us to see some ways through future problems. And that's really this sort of knowledge and intelligence we've been able to gather and share with our allies has been our only defense against the Empire.
You have lost me to some degree, but I am fascinated to learn more. And perhaps once all this is said and done, we help you. Maybe you can take me back. I'd love to get a look at your swamp planet.
It's so beautiful. Yeah. And nothing tastes better than some purple blue algae.
Do you have fish there? Is there good fishing?
Lots of fish. Lots of fish. Yeah. The whole planet is brackish, so we have all kinds of species.
All right, we'll table this for now, but you piqued my interest.
For sure.
I could see Timothy just like pestering Narasch with questions. So tell me about the way brackish water works on this planet in terms of fish breathing apparatus. Just constant. Beautiful. I love it. Slexa, do you have a particular interest in having a conversation with either Kumi or Tony? Or psionically communicate with someone that you want to psionically communicate with, or a patron, or whatever?
I think it's been a long enough day that probably Celexa is like, she's gonna be out.
Sounds totally fair.
Yeah. She nearly died, so
Yeah. Thea.
Yes.
You are woken up in the middle of the night. And you get sort of the psionic equivalent of a knock.
In my head, I ask, who's there?
Well, when you knew us, our name was Blade.
Oh. Are you here?
We both are. We haven't decided upon a new name for us yet.
Well, good to hear from you.
Yes. We have business in the city, but we wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to negatively affect you.
Well, thank you for that consideration. What is your business?
We've been hired to assassinate someone.
Who is it?
She is she is someone who, I guess is, like a public speaker of some sort.
Public speaker.
Her name is, Iria, Lady Iria.
Out of game. I haven't heard this name.
Never have you heard this name in this campaign.
Well, Blade, I don't think that would affect us.
Okay. My usual source that speaks to me on these things is not who I'm in contact with. So I'm nervous about this job. To adhere to the terms of the contract, she must be dead within 2 weeks. I'm going to poison her. If this is in the wrong, though, and you learn of something that makes you doubt that this is the right action, I'm going to give you the formula for the cure.
Okay.
And then Blade communicates the formula for the cure. I hope this is the right thing.
I do too. And I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Blade
Alright.
nod. Silent.
Yeah. How can will I know if you're still in the city?
We leave, I think, tomorrow at noon
Oh, okay.
or so. Maybe the next day. I've lost track of my time poofiness, says the DM. Yeah, but we have to leave soon. But you, having brought the two of us together, should always be able to reach us.
Okay. All right, then I'll let you know.
Okay. And thank you again, Thea.
I'm very happy that you.
So are we. I may have another recruit for you at some point, if you're interested.
Yes, but please let me know if somebody else needs a companion. I do have many with me who would like to see again.
The sunrise is so beautiful. Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay. Y'all get a long rest. Mark up those spell slots. Give yourself full hit points. Regain half those hit dice if you spent any hit dice, and all that good stuff. And we will wake up in the morning. Timothy.
I think can we rule that Timothy wakes up very early, and
Sure.
that is when he has his little crossover scenes?
Yes. Perfect.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense. Early in the day, Timothy goes off and has some crossover scenes, probably while you guys are planning how to assault or deal with the Proudwater estate and various things like that. If that is the intention. I have no idea if that actually is the intention, but it seems like that's the way things are heading. So I'm going to presume that that's the intention. And we will reconvene next week upon the assault to the Proudwater estate. Does that sound good to everyone? Awesome. Then that is the plan. Guys, thank you so much. I hope that you guys had a good time. Nat, it's so good to have you.
Thanks, guys. I had a great time.
Yeah, it's fun. And we're excited to see, I'm excited to see who Narasch becomes over time, how he changes, where he goes, and all that good stuff. Let's do some EXP stuff. Right? I do EXP stuff with this group. Where's my tracker? Oh, there it is. It's called Experience Sheet. Who would have guessed? Okay. So, let's start with Timothy. Guiding Light.
Guiding Light. Jeopardize myself and the mission to save even one life?
What do you think?
Not too much, I don't think.
Yeah, I think there's an argument to be made that like it may have been foolish to free the cat or to trust to free the cat, but then it wasn't you that actually did it. It was Nova that did it. So, from that perspective, I think no. And then your beliefs.
They didn't really come into play, so I think maybe not much for me for today.
Sounds totally fair. Okay. Selexa.
Okay, Guiding Light, proving that she has her own worth beyond just being important by birth. I don't know if that really came up today. Belief number 1.
I want to start seeing you interact, by the way, with it's a little bit tricky for various reasons, but I think it would be fun to see you interact with like other high society people who are going to value you based on who your parentage is,
right?
So that you have like real opportunities to prove that. So if there's, I don't know, a corrupt evil family that has a prison in their basement or something like that, maybe some sort of way of approaching them openly or something. I don't know.
That seems like kind of a stretch. It's kind of a specific hypothetical there.
You never know. Okay, sorry, just putting that out there.
Belief 1, finding and rescuing Masha Seasworn. I feel like today, like defeating and restraining her captor or one of her captors and the person who took her place is definitely a step on that path.
Strongly agree.
So 1 for that. Belief 2, telling Nova her secrets, some of them at least, to alleviate her guilt. I think that that she she revealed one thing, you know, and I think that, as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode today, she's like still kind of not entirely sure that she can be totally open about everything. So my my feeling is that would be like a 1 point
I agree.
thing, and then she may or may not continue with that next time.
Yeah, that seems totally fair. I agree. I also found it interesting that it was something that you found. What I really liked, though, I will say, is that you found a very clever way to not be forced into revealing this at all, and then chose to reveal it. Right? Like
I
you got
think
kicked
that's
out of it.
very in character for Celexa
Yeah, I
in
agree.
that she, you know, she's very sort of proud in her own way and not used to being like bossed around or intimidated or whatever. Like so, yeah, she resents being pressured. But if she can feel good about it when she's doing it, like she can take credit, then she's more likely to.
Sounds good to me. Thea.
So my guiding light to get closer to the team. I think I defended Celexa to Nova a bit, so I think I'm trying to bridge that as much as I can between them. So maybe
I feel like part of your guiding light is actually even more than just you getting closer to the team, getting the team closer to each other. Right? I feel like that's like something that you're actively trying to do, and I like seeing that. That's great.
Yeah. And then belief 1, try to help Nova with the curse. Maybe just a step towards it.
I agree.
Yeah, finding out where Masha is. Then my next belief was to help with the plague, and it didn't get to that.
Yep. And then Nova.
Well, I think I threw myself into danger.
I strongly agree.
At least once.
I think twice or 3 times even, but I strongly agree.
Who's counting?
Yeah.
And belief 1 is seeking out Masha Sworn as an option for breaking the curse. I think I would be working towards.
I agree.
And then I don't know that I was seeking out a way to get close to the Primarch today. So maybe not that one. So
yeah, I'd be tempted to give a point there to you. Just because we did open up some avenues like how to approach the Primarch. We didn't actually step on any of those ways, but we did sort of open up a couple of those possibilities at least. So I'd be tempted to give a point, but I could go either way.
Either way's fine for me.
Okay, we'll say no point then. Seems fair. Excellent. Okay, well there you guys go. Nat, obviously you've now seen a little bit about how these beliefs are going to work and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
You and I can talk about that a little bit moving forward, but yeah, so a guiding light belief is about who you are as a person, sort of a principle that you want to adhere to, sort of something that's going to come up preferably often, and it's worth 1 point if it comes out in play. And then you write 2 beliefs that are actions about how you want to impact or affect the world. And you get 1 point for working on it, 2 points for accomplishing it. Yeah, all that good stuff. So that's probably how it's going to work. And next week, you're going to be one of these people with beliefs. So there you go. Excellent work, everyone. Hope you all had a fun time. We certainly had a fun time. It's always great to play some games. And yeah, go please take care of yourself. Go forth and live good and happy lives. And as always, I strongly recommend that you not forget to call your cat and feed your mom. Bye, everyone.